Hello everyone, so in this video we are going to discuss depreciation and its effects, and in this video particularly we are going to understand that why a certain thing is affected by depreciation in a way it is affected. So we'll just not summarize the points that what happens due to depreciation, we'll look into the logic of what is happening, why. So what does depreciation first look like? So we can see a currency has depreciated through its exchange rate. So suppose the exchange rate is $1 is equal to 70 rupees, and now Indian rupee depreciates. So the exchange rate now looks like $1 is equal to 80 rupees. So this is how depreciation looks like. And this means that the value of Indian currency has gone down. Indian currency has gone cheaper and US currency has gone costly. The price of US currency dollar has increased. So the one of the rule to learn in this would be that anything which is denominated in foreign currency, the value of that thing would go up, and anything which is denominated in Indian rupees, the value of that thing would go down. So whenever we talk of depreciation, first thing to talk about is exports and imports. So let's first understand that how exports and imports would be affected, and would that be a negative effect or a positive effect. So when we say exports, what is happening with exports is, suppose you produce a good which is sold in the market at 70 rupees. So how much it costs to foreigners? They pay $1 for it. So you go in the foreign market and you just ask for 70 rupees, for which costs them $1. But now, since the exchange rate has depreciated, so the price you charge is same, it is $70, 70 rupees. So you go in the foreign market, you tell them give me 70 rupees. Now the exchange rate is this. Now how much amount will they give you? If they suppose they give you again $1. Okay, now you keep that $1, but how much is the price you asked for? 70 rupees. Now if they give you $1, means you have got 80 rupees, right? But however the price is only 70. So in rupees terms, you will give them back 10 rupees, right? So that means for them the value price of your good has gone down, because now they have to pay a price less than $1. Why? Because earlier when they paid $1, it was equal to 70 rupees. Now $1 means more Indian rupees. So in a way the price has gone down in dollar terms. Although you continue to receive rupees 70, but however the price in dollar terms has gone down. This is because the value of rupee has gone down. So in a way, it is now more lucrative for the foreigners to purchase your goods, because earlier the good which was costing them $1, now it is costing them just less than $1. So what would happen when price of anything goes down? The quantity of that goes up. So my exports are going up. And if you want to understand all this by the means of exchange rate, so now see. So what is happening is $1 is equal to 80 rupees. So now using this exchange rate, I now want the value of rupees 70. So first I can find out the value of 1 rupee in this case. How much it would be? $1 upon 80, right? So now he is charging 70 rupees. So I can write 70 upon $80 is the value of my new exports. If you see, this term is less than $1. So that means the price of exports has gone down for the foreigners, and hence the exports would rise. Now see what happens to imports. What is happening earlier, when foreigners were charging $1, we were giving them 70 rupees, right? But now even if the foreigners are charging $1, we are paying them 80 rupees. So the price of imports for us has gone up. So due to the rise in price, what happens? We will import less, right? So when we are importing less, right, this has gone down. So why it has a positive effect now? Why exports and imports, they are written in the positive effect side? Now note that this is because my trade balance is given by x minus m, where x is my export and m is my imports. This is my trade balance. So positive trade balance is considered good. Why? It will fill the reserves of a country. So now my exports are going up, my imports are going down, right? So what happens, this trade balance goes up, and due to a rise in trade balance, it is a positive effect. That's why these two effects are written under positive effects. Now let's go to negative effects of this imports and export change. Now what happens, since this price has gone up, now what would happen, we are importing some items which are very essential for the country. So these essential items could be anything like oil, right? And there could be many such items which are important and essential. So what happens is, when the price goes up, we cannot really reduce the quantity. So what would happen, total amount of imports would go up. Why? Because this is the value of imports, so price into quantity of imports. So what is happening, my price in this case is going up and quantity is not affected. So my imports would go up and my trade balance would go down. So this is also a negative effect. So this was the effect through exports and imports. Now we look at other effects. So one of the negative effect of depreciation is also that it causes inflation. Why? This is because many of the goods which are imported are costly, and they form a part of our basket of goods which are used to calculate inflation. And since the import price of those goods is going up, like oil, petroleum, so what happens, my inflation goes up. So this is one negative effect. And third negative effect would be that any payment that the government has to make in terms of foreign currency, now it is costly. Why? Because earlier when it had to pay $1, it just had to spend 70 rupees. Now it has to spend 80 rupees, or any loans it has taken from abroad. So what happens is, loans become costly. And what are these loans? These loans are those which are denominated in dollars, right? Not the loans which have to be repaid in rupees. They are the loans which have to be repaid in dollar. So these were the three negative effects. To sum up, like imports are going up, which the price value of imports is going up, which compromise oil and all the essential commodities. Then inflation is going up, then loans become costly. Now we come to the positive effect. One of the positive effects was that exports go up, imports, the quantity of imports go up, and these imports are the non-essential ones, the ones which are not essentials. Now other thing is, just like we talked of loans here, suppose there is an individual who has given loan to someone in India only, but that loan is denoted in foreign currency. So what is happening, suppose even the government is giving loan to companies and the loan is denominated in foreign currency. So the repayment it gets, it is in foreign currency also. There are some loans in India which are denominated in foreign currency only. So what would happen? The value of those loans would go up, and hence it would be positive for the government. Then another effect, we know that there are people who receive remittances from abroad. So suppose you have a relative living abroad. No, so now, if earlier he was giving you $1, you were fetching only 70 rupees, but now the same $1 fetches you 80 rupees. So it is profitable for you. So remittances, value of remittances go up. Then we see the effect on investments. So how depreciation affects investments? So any investment that we are making and that has a price in foreign currency, it would become expensive. But any investment that is denominated in Indian rupee would be valued at a lesser amount. So suppose earlier there was a bond which was of 70 rupees in India, right? Foreigner came in, he gave $1 and he got the bond for 70 rupees. But now the same foreigners comes in and gets the bond for less than $1. This is same as the price of exports we discussed. So now foreigners have to pay a price less than $1 to get this investment. And so this is because the investments that India receive go up. Why? Because the price of investments in dollars is going down. This is same as understanding the price of exports is going down for the foreigners. This is the same example we discussed here. That's the reason price of investments is also going down and the number of investments is going up. So to sum up, we have five positive effects and we have 3 negative effects of depreciation. If you have any doubts, do let me know in the comment section, and if you like the video, do hit the like button. Thank you so much.